We're at the Davenport. We're gonna check out the Davenport City Hall. Let's see how they treat the people here. Smells weird up here. Hey, this is it for the city hall?
I'm sorry?
This the whole city hall?
Yeah.
Okay. Davenport small. So are you the clerk?
Utility building. Yeah.
Say again?
Utility building.
Nah,
The city clerk.
not city clerk. Where would I find the clerk?
She's in the Chambers of Commerce. I'm not sure if she's in today.
Okay, but where's that building?
The next building over.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
What's your name, by the way?
My name is Roxanne.
You said Natasha?
No, Roxanne.
Roxanne? All right, nice to meet you, Roxanne. Yeah, so y'all, it's not really much there. So this is supposed to be the chamber, the next building over. They got it going on. Is it open? Oh, it's not open. What? Ah, shoot. Hurt my finger. What's going on? Yeah, so not much going on here. I think this is Chamber of Commerce. Anybody in here? Where is everybody? You probably can't see in there. I'll have a filter on there. All right, I guess that's it for right here. Y'all can check out. I kind of want to walk down there and check out this park. But kind of don't feel like wasting no time right now. We need to go ahead and check out these other buildings. So I'm wondering, what type of building is this? Civic Center. Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Can I help you find something? We're the museum.
The museum. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about the museum?
Oh, sure
Yeah.
can. Everything here is about Davenport.
All right.
And so we go from the Second Seminole War all the way up to present.
Okay.
But we have a
What was the date of the Second Seminole War?
1846 or something like that.
Okay, so,
The second one. Yeah, because we start with Fort Davenport, and that's how we got our name. So
Okay.
it starts over here, and we have the Seminole Indian exhibits over there. But
Okay.
and then, of course, we have all of our businesses that made a big impact on the city of Davenport, also over here. But our big exhibit right now is the historic homes of Davenport. And so we have all the way around our different houses, and each one of them have a narrative about the house.
Okay.
And it goes all the way around to over here where the baby bed is.
okay. This is different.
Well, good.
Yes.
Good. I'm glad it's different.
Yeah.
Because, you mind signing in? We get extra brownie points from the city.
Okay.
People come in. And then, if you got some time, I'll be happy to give you the quarter tour.
How long is the quarter tour?
Well, it's very brief. I summarize everything and just gives you an idea so you can come back and be more in depth.
Okay. Well, I'm here now, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Let's go ahead.
All right. So, years ago, we're getting ready to interview our pioneers. And so we have a studio set up right now, so you'll have to excuse our clutter. But we start with the people who got off the train, because we were on the main train line years ago. And so Mr. and Mrs. would come and they would buy property. For a new house or whatever, because they would be originally living up north. So she would come with her hat box and her luggage and everything, and the conductor would probably help her with, and that's our welcome to Davenport.
Okay.
Over here on this side, we have some information about the Farmdale house. This is a 3-story house located on the S curve as you go out to Davenport.
Okay.
It's this picture here. The house is up for sale, and but this is the Victrola that came from Davenport. These are the original owners of Farmdale. Mr. Clifford and Sarah was his wife, and this house has been in the newspaper, the Lakeland Ledger. And there's some information here about it as a narrative, so you can go through and read that later on. And this is the baby bed and everything that came from the Farmdale house. Over here, we have the Sears house, which years ago, you could go in the Sears catalog and you could order a house.
Wow.
And they would bring it down on the train, and you would unload from the train, and then you would build your house out of what they gave to you.
Okay.
So these are items from that house. This house is still being used by families.
So they've been doing manufactured homes for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they were the first ones. You're right.
Okay.
Okay. Then we also have some pictures over here of some houses that we either don't have a lot of information about, but they are considered historic homes. So this is the Wayfair house, and it's located on that S curve. And it's actually next door to this house here.
Okay.
And this used to be a boarding house. So if they had any leftover people that came in and they didn't have room in the big house, they would put them in the wayside house.
Okay.
And it was part of a big farm.
All right.
And this is the Woolery house. This is the oldest house in Davenport. And
Oldest
now it
house.
has the hotel. And of course the hotel has a tea room here in town. So that's all that information there. This house here is right across from Lake Play. And this is Lake Play when it was, just a regular lake. And they had a farm, and this is where the fence is, of course, for the farm.
What were their main crops?
They had just a regular garden area for the family that lived there.
Okay.
Then they had cows and horses and chickens.
Okay.
And this is what the house looks like today. So, and it's right across the pond here.
Okay, somebody lives there?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have P.E. Williams. P.E. Williams was a very large landowner. He owned all of the property that you see at Champions Gate and all that property there. And he was a rancher.
Okay.
And he had cows and whatever. But that's all his information about his house. All this is about the mart here in town. And there's the original cash register. These are just old pictures from Davenport.
So I got a question. So
Okay.
you say he was the largest landowner, so that means his family still owns that, right? Or
No.
how did that work out?
They sold it.
All of it?
Yes. He's dead and gone. The next kids said, I'm not paying taxes on all this. So they either sold it to some of Disney, maybe. Disney might have bought some of his property. But, but it's primarily consists of
Wow.
Champions Gate. Yeah,
Okay.
I
I think he might be a little upset about that.
Oh, I bet so. But he would run cattle from here down to Charlotte, down at the end of, on the other side of Sarasota, and they would load up the cattle and sell it to Cuba and wherever else,
Yeah.
Mexico, whatever.
How do you sell all? He managed to get the most
He
land in the
had-
area, and y'all sell it. That's
He bought
Wow.
7,000 acres of land.
wow.
And Crescent Valley Ranch Road on Old Dixie Highway.
That's a whole city.
What is now I-4 and beyond. Became very wealthy and built several homes for his workers. He sold his ranch and invested in citrus.
Okay.
So, but anyway, but here's a picture of him here. P.E. Williams.
Okay. That's
And this is all about the railroad. The one that burned down Davenport originally, this one right here. And
you said burned down.
burned down the town.
How did that happen?
Well, the embers from the smokestack on a very cold winter's night, they say, the embers started a fire and burned the whole, everything was made out of wood then. So, but this is what the depot used to look like. This is the article where they closed it to tear it down because the city couldn't afford to keep it up. So, but these are all the items that you would find on the railroad. So.
Okay. Wow, I can't believe it burned down the whole town. That seems like a,
Well, in the 1900s,
very far-
everything made out of wood.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay, this has to do with everything about the school, Davenport Elementary. This is the original building that was on the same property that you see the school now. Then it went to this building here, which was made out of this yellow brick. And then it went to only this part of the building here. Of course, they renovated it because it was a historic site, and they built the school in the same type of style as the original 1927 building.
Okay.
They recycled the bricks from the 1922 school building, and they built this house, which is now on the property where Geneva Landings is.
Okay.
That new the new home HOA thing there on the curve. Okay?
Got you.
All right. We have Miss Davis's house. She was very big on women's right to vote. I don't know if she ever met Susan B. Anthony, but she had a lot of stuff about Susan B. Anthony. And then we also have.
Was she married?
She was married, but her husband, I think, died at a young age, and she survived him, by many, many years.
Right.
But anyway, she had a lot of information about Susan B. Anthony there. And then we have Overlook. Do you have a name for your home?
No.
I call mine the Hacienda.
Okay.
We're going back to the Hacienda. But anyway, everybody seemed to have a name for their house, but this is Overlook.
We got to bring that back.
And I know it. And this house is one of the original houses in Davenport. This gentleman here, who was one of our mayors, lived in this house. The house is still standing, just barely. And the people who own it now, the Summerlins, who also own Summerlin Fence, they're going to go in and, you know, fix it up. And,
Renovate. Okay.
yeah, renovate. And this house was moved a couple of times. It was on Lake Charles for many years, and then it was moved into Davenport and it's still on Orange Street.
Okay.
In Davenport. This house was next door to Wells Fargo, and this is what the house looked like at the time that they tore it down. But this is the original door, and this is the banister.
Was this was the front door?
Yeah.
Wow, so this is different design.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's an old cracker house.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's this?
And this lady right here, Lucky Adair, was the lady who lived in it.
Yeah, their keys were actually those old style skeleton key. Okay.
Yes.
That's cool.
And then this house is the Nafsinger house. It's still standing on Maple Street. And this house is very unique because the gentleman, Henry Nafsinger, his father, Thomas Nafsinger, was the one who brought electricity to Davenport.
Okay.
So we have...
he was really important.
Yes, yes. And this house, it was next to the water tower, which is now the cell phone tower.
Okay.
So, but it was a water tower at one time.
How times change.
Yes. Well, they had to tear it down. It was rusting apart. But everything else, including the golf course, the 18-hole golf course information is listed there for you. And it's also information about the cattle, the citrus, and everything about the business of Davenport in this area over here.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you so much.
Well, sure.
I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, and all this has to do with Webb Citrus Candy Factory, which is on the highway there on 27. It originally was the Sundial, and it was made in a house here in Davenport, and that's where the formula for citrus candy came to be. And then from the Sundial, it went to Taylor's Candy Factory, and from the Candy Factory, then the Webb's Citrus Candies came into being.
Wow.
Yes, and then this is information about the post office. Our original post office was in a train car that used to sit on the back tracks of the railway. And then it went to a house, then it went to the mart.
I was going while it was on the trainway, would it like drop mail off in certain areas?
There was a hook.
Okay.
And so when the train went by, you'd have to hook the mail bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, And so they would grab it on the way to Haines City. They wouldn't stop.
Wow.
So anyway, I mean, Davenport has a lot of history. It's very fascinating. I mean, we just found out this week about the Pepsi-Cola bottling company that used to be here. And just, all sorts
A lot of stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
And you've lived here your whole life?
No.
Okay.
I was born and raised in Winter Haven.
Really? Okay. Well, right around the corner.
Yeah, I didn't come here till 1978.
Okay.
Raised all my babies here.
Okay.
And they went to school at Davenport. And I worked here at the nursing facility.
Okay.
As a nursing assistant. Yeah.
All right. And what was your name again?
Frida Linder.
Frida. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Linder. Yeah, I was a Linder for so many years. People still call me Miss Linder.
Miss Linder. Okay.
But anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have any questions, let me know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get one full shot around, and that'll be pretty much it.
Okay.
It's a lot of cool stuff. This is how you show off your town. This is how you do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about the clutter here.
This-
Getting ready for our next thing.
It's
But, okay. So I wanted to...
okay.
That
right, you take care. Have a great day.
Have a good weekend. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I definitely appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's how you show off your town. You see all that hostility and all that other stuff that you get from other places. They make their town look. She made her town look great. She made it to where you actually want to come here. You know, check out the history. Check out the town. They're actually happy for the citizens, and you know, I noticed that more for smaller towns. You know, like you know, we went into their city hall. Their city hall was like a skip and a hop, but so much history here, so much history. So gonna say AWB, we out. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Y'all got a full tour.